Hello, people of Cambodia. While I'm having my morning coffee, I thought it might be a good idea to have a chat instead of bringing you more doom and gloom from the never-ending news cycle. After talking to friends here and in the UK, what's happening in world geopolitics is already having effects on the ground in my two favorite countries. This morning I went for a walk along the riverside in Siem Reap, grabbed an excellent Khmer soup and a coconut smoothie. I don't think I'll ever get tired of the amazing food here, and really great value for money. Then I walked down Pub Street. As I expected, the number of tourists has greatly reduced. After all, if you purchased a long-haul flight 6 weeks ago, it would have cost $1,200. That same flight today, $5,000. Even though Cambodia has been voted the best place to visit in 2026, the economics just don't make sense. Hence, Pub Street was empty of tourists. Then I talked to my Khmer friend, who teaches at a catering college. The students are about to complete their final exams. After Khmer New Year, they'll all be looking for work. What will they find when they do? An economy that has declined significantly in the last few weeks. These stories are the same all over the country. In the UK, I have a long-time friend. For most of his adult life, he's been a very successful building developer. In recent years, he's admitted to me he's now struggling. Is he struggling because he's not good at what he does? Or is he struggling because the business environment has changed so radically around him? I think after 40 years in business, it's that his working environment has changed so fast. Let me tell you about my grandmother. I was brought up by my grandmother, so she had a big influence on my life. She lived through some of the most turbulent times in UK history in the 20th century. 2 world wars and the Great Depression of 1929. Roll forward to the 1960s. The UK was enjoying relative prosperity. What was my grandmother doing? Still preparing for the next big economic collapse, collecting tinned food, preserving and canning food for storage until the next bad cycle came along. My family thought she was crazy. They'd say to her, "Look, you can just go down the supermarket and buy these things fresh whenever you want." Would she stop? Not until she passed away. The point is this: even though the economic cycle improved, she was unable to enjoy those times because of the suffering she'd experienced. But she was prepared. When hard times came, she had what she needed. This had a massive effect on me. Yes, I trained for my career, and I went on to enjoy the benefits of a booming economy, but always with one eye on the economic cycle. I believed that at some point it would get bad again. So my hobbies became learning how to hunt, fish, and grow my own food, how to preserve food and make alternative energy. Not because I'm paranoid, because I remember what my grandmother taught me. You build resilience during the good times, not during the crisis. So here we are in the present day. Once again, the economic cycle has turned. Once again, we'll all do what we can to survive. And we'll muddle through until the cycle turns back. But here's what I've been thinking about. We're still doing things the same way we did them in the 19th century. The technology has changed, but we're using these advancements in the same old ways. Singapore might be a good example. They've gone all in on education and embracing technologies like AI and online trading. Are they correct? Maybe. Time will tell. The UK in the 1960s was still a manufacturing hub of the world. We transitioned to finance and insurance. While the world economy was booming, we enjoyed the prosperity that was available. But by becoming specialists in limited fields, we didn't build in any resilience. We became dependent on one way of doing things. When that sector struggles, the whole country struggles. China's example is interesting. In the last 30 years, they've been trying to build a more self-reliant internal economy alongside their export economy. The idea was, don't depend entirely on foreign buyers and tourists. Build domestic consumption. Build local industries. Build resilience. Did it work perfectly? No, there were mistakes. Too much debt. Too much speculation. But the principle was sound. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Now, I'm not saying Cambodia should copy China's model. Every country is different. What works in China won't necessarily work here. And I'm definitely not suggesting Cambodia should abandon tourism. Tourism will come back. It always does. And when it does, Cambodia should be ready to welcome visitors again. But here's the question I keep coming back to. What if Cambodia could use this crisis as an opportunity to build something alongside tourism? Something that works whether tourists are here or not? My grandmother didn't stop going to the supermarket. She just also had her own food stored. She had options. She had resilience. What would that look like for Cambodia? I'm thinking about those catering students my friend teaches. Right now, they're being trained for hotel restaurants and tourist venues. What if some of them were also trained in food preservation, in running efficient local kitchens that serve Khmer people, not just tourists? In operating small food businesses that work year-round, not just when Pub Street is full? I'm thinking about the incredible agricultural knowledge that exists in Cambodia. What if young people saw farming not as old-fashioned, but as a secure, profitable skill? What if there were programs to help farmers add value to their crops through processing and preservation instead of just selling raw produce? I'm thinking about the craftsmanship I see everywhere in Cambodia. What if artisans had better access to local markets, not just tourist markets? What if Khmer people bought more locally made goods because they were good quality and good value? I'm thinking about energy. Cambodia has incredible sunshine. What if more businesses and homes had solar power? Not just because it's green, but because it makes you less vulnerable when global fuel prices spike. None of this replaces tourism. Tourism is important. It will recover. Cambodia should absolutely maintain its incredible hospitality infrastructure. But imagine if, when the next crisis comes, and there will be another one, Cambodia has both tourism and strong local production, both international income and domestic resilience. That's what my grandmother understood. Don't choose between the supermarket and your own storage. Have both. I don't pretend to have all the answers. I'm not Cambodian. I don't fully understand all the complexities here. But I've seen this cycle before in other countries, and I've seen what works. So I'm hoping to start a conversation. Business leaders, government leaders, educators, you must be feeling the struggle already. You're the ones who know Cambodia best. Could we talk about this? Could we explore what uniquely Cambodian resilience might look like? Not copying the West, not copying China, but learning from what works, adapting it to Cambodia's strengths, and building something that lasts through both good times and bad? Because that's what resilience means, not just surviving the downturn, but building something during the downturn that makes you stronger when the upturn comes. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your coffee.